If y'all know me, I love the concept of Pokemon Fusions. It's so cool to me. It's like you take one Pokemon and you take another Pokemon, you smash them together to make something that looks really cool, really funny, creative, or something that just looks really fucking weird. There are over 176,000 possible fusions in the game, so you can imagine narrowing them down to only 150 was extremely difficult. And I looked through all of them to find ones that stuck out to me, were super creative, or just ones that I really loved. So, I hope you enjoy. Let's get started with Venusaur and Feraligatr just looks really good. I like how its spikes are replaced with flowers and it looks really reptilian. This thing just looks insane. It's almost like a Gigantamax Haxorus with a giant flower on its back. Plus, it's grass dragon type, so it gets bonus points for me. Charizard and Torterra looks so awesome. I love the Triceratops look with the fire out the mouth, and the tail almost looking like a meteor that's on fire is awesome. This thing is insane. It's a jacked Charizard standing on two legs. What more do you want? I don't think I gotta explain Charizard or Tyranitar too much. Just look at it. It's basically both megas put together. A three-headed fire dragon type Charizard looks awesome. Blastoise and Octillery is a goddamn tank. That is so cool. And this is a better looking version of the Octillery fusion in my opinion. Again, looks amazing. This thing is just a mess, and I love it. Plus, it's water dragon type. Surprisingly, Butterfree fuses very well with Gyarados. Looks awesome. I love this fusion so much. Instead of fire, it's honey, and instead of fists, they're spikes. Awesome. Personally, I'm a huge fan of this fusion. It just looks right. It looks mean. But huge shout out to these two for coming very close to this one. Naturally, Pikachu being, well, Pikachu, had a lot of great fusions. But for me, it's gotta be Pikachu and Genesect. It's Pikachu and a Genesect tank. That's so funny and so creative. This thing is an absolute unit. Apparently when Godzilla meets Super Saiyan Goku, you get something pretty awesome. Plus the Thunderstone on its chest is a very nice touch. It's based on a Sphinx. That's super creative and it looks really nice. Clefable had many great fusions to my surprise, but my favorite was probably with Ampharos. A little biased, but what could I say? Surprisingly, Zubat with Deoxys makes this thing. That's so awesome. To me, this thing just makes so much sense. It just looks right. The green fire and the leaves on its head is just, it's nearing perfection. This thing just looks demonic, and I love that a Pokemon like Parasect got a lot of super cool fusions. Do I need to explain myself? It's a goddamn toilet. This thing is perfection. Again, I don't need to explain myself. This thing looks amazing with the blue fire or water. A Psychic Dragon monster. I love it. Shout out to this one for coming very close too. Also looks really nice. This looks awesome. I love how it's holding a chain that it's gonna beat you up with. I love it. Just look at this. It's so cool. Who would have thought Tentacool would have made a nice fusion? And again, Tentacruel and Garchomp also looks amazing. Don't know how, but it just does. This thing is awesome for no reason. It looks like a giant fireball with tusks. It's so cool. I love the way this thing looks with the visor and the things coming out of it. Nah, it's great. This thing is crazy looking. I love it. Again, this is like the Oddish and Charmander fusion. I just love it for no reason. It just looks right to me. My god, this thing is cool. Dugong also had a lot of great fusions like these ones here. I love the shadow wings on it. It just works. Also, this thing just works. I love it. The Mega Gengar aspects on it make it look so nice. Amazing looking. The purple electricity looks awesome and super menacing. This one is super creative. I love how the shoulders are onyx heads. That's so awesome. For this one, it's all the wings. Just looks awesome. This is so cool to me. It's Crocodile with the palm trees coming out of it. It's basically a better looking Crocodile. This has no business looking this good. The Mewtwo with the gas mask just looks super cool. Self-explanatory, this one's awesome. I love the little guy on top of it. It's so cool and it just makes so much sense. Turns out, when you mix Starmie with God, it looks awesome. Gyarados had many great fusions, as you could probably expect, but my favorite was with Spiritomb. This just looks super cool. This one just hits home to me. Two of my favorite Pokemon, plus Dragon Fighting gives it bonus points. This fusion is nearing perfection to me. The shades and the fire wings, oh, it's so awesome. Not as cool as the Crocodile one, but the volcano on his back is awesome. Let me just say, mad respect for Chinchu for having some of the coolest fusions in the game. One of them being Chinchu and Lugia. Just look at it. I do wish it was water electric rather than water flying though. Still really cool. Another awesome fusion. This thing looks sweet. Okay, so here we go. Prepare yourselves for a lot of bias with Ampharos. But I love it with Infernape. Instead of the fire, it's Mega Ampharos's long hair, which is awesome. And it's electric and fighting type. No explanation needed. It's so cool. The shades, man. It's always the shades. For this one, it's the colors that get me. It just works so well. For those of you who have seen my playthrough, this guy probably seems familiar. It was one of the oldest fusions I had, and I really enjoyed using this thing. Now, I got a lot of people asking me what my favorite fusion was in the game. And at the time, I didn't really have an answer. Until now. Meet Infnite. It's two of my favorite Pokemon, with probably my favorite type combination in the game. Plus, it looks like this. I love it. It's my favorite fusion in the game. Also, there's a variation in the file where it looks like this. I don't know which one I prefer, but they're both awesome. This one looks shiny, but it's not shiny. It just looks awesome. The colors are what do it for me for this one. I love it. This just works. It's a nice touch that the scythes are bigger and kind of curved. Again, looking like the both megas is awesome. Okay, so Corsola had some of the coolest fusions in the game. This thing, normally forgettable or no love, has some of the coolest fusions in the game. I'll just go through the ones that stick out to me. The colors with the bubble wings are so awesome. The giant can on it, it's awesome. I think this guy looks really cool. It's like diving down, it's super cool. The Mega Scissor Claws just look really nice with these colors. This thing with the cannon and the giant bubble tail, it's cool. The pirate look works with Dusknoir so well. Looks so cool. It's just the fire for me. The purple color is really nice. I don't gotta say anything. The giant cannon is awesome, and looking like the underwater Cyclops thing from the SpongeBob movie is also very cool. This thing just speaks for itself. The wings are super nice. It's Tyranitar that looks slick and skinny. It's awesome. The purple fire is super cool. Plus the color scheme just works on Charizard for me. It's the blue fire. Again, it's so awesome. A cool type and a very cool design despite it being Celebi. That's super cool. I can't help but love this thing. It's so cool. Never would I have thought that Ninetales and Electivire would produce this thing. Insane. Tell me this thing isn't awesome looking. Instead of the eye things Magnezone has, it's Magmortar's cannons, and it's just awesome. The design speaks for itself. Absolute unit. This thing's a monster. I love it. Swampert and Zekrom, it just works. Just look at it. I don't gotta explain myself. This looks like a regional form for Rampardos. I love it. This kind of looks like the Typhlosion one, but cooler to me. It just looks more menacing. This looks really cool. The design just makes sense. Someone tell me what I'm looking at, but I love what I'm looking at. I just love the way this looks. The white wings make it look super nice. The red goggles is awesome, and like Hydreigon, the white fur makes it look super nice. I think the creators of this game really like Duskull, because there are so many insane Duskull fusions. But here are my 3 favorite ones. This thing's a demon. If it was Ghost Dragon, it'd be a lot better in my opinion, but it's Ghost Flying. Like, are you serious? What the hell is this? I actually got to use this one in my playthrough, and I was shocked as to how good it looked. And then it evolves into Dusclops, and it falls off. I mean, when you mix the God of Space and the God of, well, God, you get something really awesome. Again, mixed with the God of Antimatter and Actual God, you get something that looks like this. Then when you mix God with a fighting chicken, you get this, and it looks really cool. You know what pains me that Empoleon doesn't get the love it deserves? But this thing looks awesome. Not too much to say here. Just take a look at this. So Aegislash fused with anything, you get a warrior with a sword and a shield and, you know, gold color scheme. But this just works really well to me. This one also works really well to me because of how its nose is the blade of the sword. That's super cool. Warrior Dragon is cool. This thing looks awesome. It should so be an electric dark type, hell. No explanation needed. This just looks really cool. Luxray and Infernape just looks so cool. Like the blue electricity around it and it holding the staff. Oh my god, this thing's cool. It's somehow an electric ice type black Kyurem, but cooler. I have no idea how. Would you believe that this thing is Aggron and Lucario? No? Me neither. This thing just looks amazing. The water tentacles are super awesome. It's Roaring Moon, but with 3 heads. It's awesome. This thing just looks so cool. Kling Klang had again some of the greatest fusions in the game. This thing is unreal. The tentacles being guns is so awesome. Plus, it's Steel and Dragon type. It's such a unit. I love it. The blade on its head is a chainsaw. Need I say any more? Mega T-Tar, but looks like a demonic bunny. Primal Kyogre, Godzilla form. I love it. King of the Sea and King of Hell. It's awesome. Come on, just look at this. It's so cool. It's both Primal Groudon and Mega Ray. That's super cool. I just love how this thing looks. The steam coming off of it just looks so good. Also, a special shout out to these two for also looking really nice. Because look at it. Plus, it's Water Dragon type. Because this thing just looks awesome. The Mega Rayquaza aspects on the Garchomp makes it look really cool. Same reasons for all the other ones. Rayquaza just makes some really incredible fusions. No explanation needed. Come on, just feast your eyes. Because I'm biased, and this thing is awesome. G-Max Charizard with Space Wings is pretty cool. The Space Hairdo is also very nice. Turns out a 3-headed Giratina is awesome. This is probably one of the nicest birds I've ever seen. This is super awesome. I absolutely love this fusion for no reason. Raichu just looking so menacing and mean. Oh, it's so cool. Again, I love this fusion for no reason. I feel like it just enhances Infernape's design to me. Come on. This fusion is nearing perfection. A demonic alligator with a cannon on its back is cool. A Mega Gengar with a giant cannon on its back is also very cool. Never would I have thought that Empoleon and Reshiram would make a cool fusion. But here we are. And also a 3-headed Reshiram is pretty cool. What else can I say? Yeah. This thing is nice. The colors on Zekrom's tail being a spear is so cool. It's shiny Kyogre done right. These colors look so good on it. Yeah, this thing is awesome. With the ice crystals coming off of it. Kyurem being bipedal with scythes is pretty cool, it turns out. Yeah, this thing is awesome. The ice shards floating around it are very cool. As you could probably imagine, Rotom has some great fusions too. Starting with this thing looking like a washing machine, and it's holding the hose instead of a cannon. Oh, it's perfect. I love the way this thing looks, with the electricity wings, tail, and hair? Look at this thing, it's so cool! It's an electric T-Rex, it's pretty awesome. I don't really know what I'm looking at, but the visor is cool. This guy looks awesome. Reuniclus had some great fusions, which is nice to see a Pokemon not as popular. Again, this thing looks awesome, plus Psychic Dragon type. I really like this one. It's like shiny Reuniclus in bird form. Come on, this thing is so cool, especially with the green fire. Oh, it's perfect. Chandelure was so hard for me to pick my favorite fusions. It looks so good with just about everything. So my favorite one has to do with Infernape. I absolutely adore this fusion. I think it looks super cool. Like, it looking like it's floating. Oh, it's great. For those of you who have seen my playthrough, you probably been seeing this one coming, and I still absolutely love this fusion. This is one I've also used, and once again, I love this fusion a lot. Naturally, I would hope two very cool pseudo legends would make a great fusion, and yeah, they did. This thing looks sweet. Also, I actually really like that it's dark ground rather than having the dragon type. It just works really nice. This thing is so cool with the floating spirits around it. Oh, it's so good. For me, it's the green fire coming out of it. It looks really nice. I know I used the other version of this in my playthrough, but this one is so much cooler to me. If this one was electric dragon and not electric dark, I would have chose this one instead of the other one. I love the way this thing looks. It's a pretty stellar design. And for my last one, we're ending it off with a bit of a bias D once again. Jirachi and Ampharos just looks awesome. I love the hair and the star on the tail. It's a very nice touch. So, those have been my 150 favorite fusions in Pokemon Infnite Fusion. Thank you all so much for watching, and if you want to see more of these types of videos, be sure to let me know. And be sure to go check out my Infinite Fusion playthroughs if you haven't already. They're very fun. So, thank you all so much for watching. Take care and have a great day. So, see you later.